Hello, BTS lovers. In a moment that has shocked and captivated millions, BTS's Jimin, one of the most beloved members of the global K-pop sensation, has made an unexpected and heartwarming gesture for South Korea's soldiers. What could it be? Could it be a surprise visit to the military base, or perhaps a secret project no one saw coming? BTS fans, known as ARMY, are speculating wildly on social media, eagerly awaiting answers. Was this a simple act of kindness, or could it have a deeper, more emotional significance? In the midst of his mandatory military service, Jimin's actions have sparked a flurry of conversation, and no one seems to know the full story yet. Jimin has always been known for his caring nature, whether it's for his fans or his fellow BTS members. But after returning to his military training camp, it appears that his actions have gone beyond the ordinary. Why would a world-famous pop star, who could easily live a life of luxury and comfort, choose to do something special for South Korea's soldiers? Could this be the ultimate example of humility, or is it something even more profound? For those who have been following the latest developments, this could be the moment that redefines Jimin's legacy as both an artist and a person. But what exactly did he do? Was it an act of compassion, or is there an even bigger surprise waiting in the wings? In a surprising twist that no one saw coming, Jimin, while stationed at his military base, decided to do something that would make both his fellow soldiers and ARMY fans drop their jaws. On a particularly cold day at the training camp, Jimin took the time to personally prepare a meal for his comrades, offering them comfort in the form of a simple but heartfelt dish. But this wasn't just any meal, it was a meticulously crafted Korean comfort food, one that he personally made himself with ingredients carefully chosen to reflect his deep care for the well-being of those around him. While it might sound like a small gesture to some, for others, this action carries emotional weight that runs far deeper. Jimin's return to the camp is a reminder of the unity and togetherness that defines BTS as a group. Each member, despite the global fame, remains grounded in their roots, a fact that Jimin has always proudly embraced. Answer: he spent the day preparing a dish called bulgogi bokkeumbat, fried rice with marinated beef, a dish known not just for its rich flavors but also for the comfort it provides. It's a meal that represents warmth, care, and familial love. But why did Jimin feel the need to do this, especially considering the intense training and responsibilities he faces during his military service? Fans have long known that Jimin has a soft spot for people who are often overlooked, those working behind the scenes, and those in need of emotional and physical support. It is this quality that has endeared him to so many over the years. But this moment was different. This was not just about the food, it was about connecting with his fellow soldiers on a human level, offering them a slice of comfort and care during a time of intense physical and mental hardship. Jimin's decision to cook for his fellow soldiers might come as a shock to some, but for those who have followed his journey for years, this is just another testament to his deep sense of empathy. While he is a star in the eyes of millions, he has never let fame overshadow his personal connection with people. But what could have inspired him to do this at this particular time? Was it a conscious decision to bring people together, or was there a hidden reason behind this seemingly simple act of kindness? To fully understand the significance of Jimin's gesture, it's important to look at the bigger picture of what's happening with BTS and the South Korean military. In recent months, the group has been navigating the complex and emotional challenge of fulfilling their mandatory military service, a process that has seen them separated for the first time in years. Fans worldwide have watched as Jimin, Jin, Suga, and others have gone off to serve their country, leaving behind the global stage where they once stood as the undisputed kings of K-pop. But the members of BTS have always emphasized their commitment to their country and their respect for the process. South Korea mandates that all able-bodied men serve in the military for around 18 to 24 months, and BTS members have all respected this law. However, that hasn't stopped the global fanbase from feeling the loss. So, when Jimin returned to his training camp after a period of leave, fans had no idea what to expect. Would he return as the same playful and energetic Jimin we all know? Or would the experience have changed him in ways we couldn't have imagined? The answer, it seems, is that Jimin returned even more compassionate and dedicated to the people around him than ever before. Despite the rigors of military life, Jimin's strong desire to uplift others remains undiminished. But why would he go to the trouble of cooking for soldiers when he could have simply focused on his training? Some fans believe that Jimin saw his military service as a chance to strengthen the bonds between himself and his fellow soldiers, many of whom may not have the same celebrity status, yet are just as deserving of respect and attention. One of the most surprising elements of this gesture is the fact that Jimin took it upon himself to cook rather than rely on the camp's kitchen staff or other soldiers. It's a move that shows not only his leadership qualities but also his desire to be personally involved in the well-being of those around him. Given the rigorous nature of military life, where every day is marked by intense physical training and discipline, this act of kindness has left many wondering, was Jimin trying to create a deeper connection with the soldiers around him, to offer them something more than just food? Could it be that he saw his role at the camp as something bigger than just a soldier following orders? Though Jimin's meal was the focal point of the day, there were other subtler aspects of his actions that have caught the attention of fans and military insiders alike. After the meal, Jimin reportedly spent time speaking with the soldiers, engaging them in heartfelt conversations about their experiences. According to sources at the camp, Jimin made sure that each soldier felt seen and heard, taking the time to connect with them individually. In a military environment where hierarchy and strict discipline are the norm, such gestures are rare, and particularly touching when coming from someone of Jimin's stature. This moment has caused many to reflect on the kind of person Jimin is, both on and off stage. Could it be that the singer known for his powerful vocals and magnetic charisma has been quietly working to become a leader not only in music but in the lives of those around him? Could this meal have been the start of a series of acts that will define his legacy during his military service? Or perhaps it's a single, fleeting moment of human connection, one that speaks volumes about Jimin's character and his deep-rooted desire to make the world a better place. One key factor that has caught the attention of fans is the symbolism of the dish Jimin chose to cook. Bulgogi Bokkimbap is not just a meal, it represents the merging of two important aspects of Korean culture, the traditional and the modern. The tender marinated beef, stir-fried with rice, represents the fusion of simplicity and complexity, much like Jimin himself. On the surface, it's a humble, everyday dish, but when prepared with care and attention to detail, it becomes something far greater than the sum of its parts. Could this choice of meal be a metaphor for Jimin's own journey, someone who, while starting out as a regular person, has grown into a global icon who continues to bring people together in unexpected ways? Following the event, Jimin took to social media to share a brief, heartfelt message with ARMY. His post, written with a mix of humility and gratitude, was a reminder that no matter where he is, Jimin will always remain connected to the people who support him. "Thank you for always being there for me. Even here, I carry your love with me," he wrote, followed by a simple heart emoji. For fans around the world, this gesture was a reminder that Jimin has not changed, despite the different roles he now plays as both a soldier and a star. His heart, always big and generous, continues to beat for the people he loves and for the fans who have supported BTS throughout their incredible journey. The question on everyone's mind is, what's next for Jimin and BTS during their military service? Will this heartwarming gesture be the beginning of more acts of kindness from the members, or will it be a solitary event cherished for its own sake? And what does this mean for the future of BTS? As the members continue to serve their country, fans eagerly anticipate their eventual reunion. Will their return mark the start of an even more powerful chapter in their music career? For now, we can only wait and see what else Jimin and the rest of BTS have in store for us. What we do know is that Jimin's actions at the military camp have left an indelible mark on everyone who heard the story. And in a world that often feels divided, it's moments like these that remind us of the power of kindness and empathy, qualities that Jimin has in abundance. As Jimin continues his military service, one thing is clear: his influence is far from limited to the stage. It stretches into the hearts of those around him, transcending even the strict environment of the military camp where he currently resides.